will deliver John Glenn home from another historic ride into orbit. And you are looking at a live picture of the Space Shuttle Discovery as it makes its way to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Discovery Commander Curtis Brown Jr. didn't get the go-ahead for this afternoon's landing until almost the very last minute. Gusty winds at the Kennedy Space Center threatened to send the shuttle to a backup landing site in California. But as you can see, all systems are go, and here is the touchdown.
The gear is down and locked. Main gear touchdown. And nose gear touchdown. Discovery rolls out on runway 33, concluding a journey of 3.6 million miles and a moment in history.
The end of a 9-day mission, a return to space by Senator John Glenn, and now he is back home at the Kennedy Space Center after a historic mission in space, one that he looked forward to for 36 years following his first mission on the Friendship 7, part of the Mercury mission many years ago. Reporter Dick Russ has been covering the Space Shuttle Discovery from launch to touchdown. And Dick, I don't know about you, but it seems the landing is almost as exciting as the launch.
It is, Wayne. We're here right out on the runway. On landing runway 33, the shuttle came in from the south because the winds were mostly out of the north and the east today. And to the left of us, reporters from the BBC. To the right of us, Japanese reporters. So intense interest not only from our country, but from all over the world on the successful completion of this historic Discovery mission. And just as Fox 8 was here 9 days ago to be with you when this mission began here at the Kennedy Space Center, we are here as it lands. And as best we know, it was a perfect landing. You saw it there live. The shuttle is now taxiing down the runway. It's going to stop probably about a mile beyond us here. And the astronauts will remain in there for some amount of time this afternoon. They won't get out right away. After all, they've been weightless for the last 9 days, and they need to get their Earth legs back. But it's good to know that the crew of astronauts, including the person who has now become America's grandpa, John Glenn, senator and astronaut, back home safely at last. And one of the important things about the mission is that all of the scientific experiments they set out to do, they have accomplished. And so STS-95, as it's officially known, the Space Shuttle Discovery, the flight of John Glenn, is returned to space, back here on the ground. What will happen now is that the recovery crews who are gathered here, and as you can see them moving out toward where the shuttle has landed, they are going to meet the shuttle, and one of the first things they are going to do is make sure there are no fumes in the area. The shuttle, you can just see it there at the end of this 15,000-foot runway. They'll make sure that the area is clear of fumes so that they can safely approach the orbiter. And after that, they will they'll purge the air inside to make sure no gases or toxic fumes have gathered either in space or upon landing. And after they send that cool and humidified fresh air, they will then send a physician in to give a real quick check of the astronauts, John Glenn, Kurt Brown, the commander, and the other 5 members of the crew. After that, the shuttle crew will go into the portable white room. It's a greeting area, same sort of room that they get on the shuttle from. And then that famous shuttle van, the crew recovery vehicle, will pull up. The astronauts will get in that, and they'll be taken back for their debriefing, another fuller medical exam. And after that, we are hoping to hear from the crew, including Senator John Glenn, sometime this afternoon.
Got a couple of questions for you, Dick. First of all, everyone talked about the a sonic boom that would be heard when the shuttle enters the Earth's atmosphere. Did you hear that from your vantage point?
We heard them very, very clearly, Wayne, at 3 minutes and 59 seconds in, just as the Discovery dropped out of supersonic speed. We heard those booms as they came in here from the south, and it was a sound reminiscent of what we used to hear up in the old neighborhood in Cleveland, Wayne, in the late 50s and into the early 60s when some of the supersonic planes were flying over the city.
Also, Dick, I know when we were there 9 days ago, there were nearly 4,000 members of the media there for the launch. How about today?
Not today, Wayne. I would say maybe 1/10 of that number. But those who are here are getting a special treat. There's a band playing. to welcome back the astronauts. And rightfully so, because they have completed a successful and truly an historic mission. And it is going to be really something, Wayne, to see what John Glenn has to say when he comes back, when he finally gets back on the ground and gets his legs back, to hear from him and from the crew about their feelings that encapsulate this mission now that they're back here on good old planet Earth.
And you expect to hear from John Glenn and the rest of the Discovery crew sometime later today?
Yeah, we're told that those who are able and feel up to it, and I certainly expect John Glenn will feel up to it because we're all hoping he will, to give us a few comments and say a few things about the conclusion of his mission.
All right, thank you very much, Dick. Russ reporting live from the Kennedy Space Center down in Florida. Once again, a picture-perfect landing to a historic flight in space for Senator John Glenn. We will have complete coverage of today's events on Fox 8 News tonight at 6, including a live report from Dick Russ, who, as I said, was there for the launch, and he is also there for today's landing. Once again, the shuttle has landed, and we'll have complete coverage on Fox 8 News tonight at 6. Now back to regular programming.
Gear is down and locked. Main gear touchdown.
We now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress.